wake up.
Today we are listening to the story of Jennifer, a student from the language school where this story actually happens. On an October afternoon like any other, Jennifer was at her last class hour.
How curious, the sky turned a scarlet that I had never seen before. I feel strange looking at it.
Play with me.
They spoke to me?
No.
You must have heard wrong.
I'm standing to imagine things.
We have homework for tomorrow?
I think so.
The class ended and the room began to get empty, leaving them alone.
We'll go to the cafeteria. Are you coming?
No, I'll take a picture of the sky. I'll be there in a bit.
Okay.
I'll upload a photo to Instagram. It will look nice on my feed.
I've been watching you.
To me?
Obtaining no response, she turned to see who had spoken to her. However, she found no one. After a while, she thought it was time to go. Each step she took was becoming more acute, and when she left, she was surprised to find no one.
Each? First? Where are they?
Finally, we're alone. Let's play.
Jennifer thought it was a bad joke, so she decided to go home, but every time she tried to go to the exit, the path became longer and longer. She ran for a while without any result. After crying and trying to simulate what was happening, she heard voices in the next building, so she decided to enter, as the voices intensified as she advanced.
Hello? Each? First? Where are they?
She ran, hopeful, to a known classroom where the sounds came from, and before opening the door, she said,
What a relief to find you.
She, confused, looked inside the classroom as she realized it was empty. Nevertheless, she heard the echo.
I can't stand her. She's so nasty.
Is this what you really believe? You really?
Go to classroom 16.
Who are you?
Don't you want to know what they think about you?
She slowly approached the classroom and heard all her classmates' laughs.
Oh god. That dime interrupts the class. Oh my god. We're gonna get out of here. Girl, shut up.
She's the most stupid girl. Not enough with that. We have to stand here for the rest of the day and more day with her, and I will have to hang myself.
She ran hoping for everything to finish. At the end, in a dead-end hallway, she found a mirror, and looking at her own rejected reflection, she asked,
Why do you do all this to me?
I want to show you what I see. Doesn't it make you happy too?
This isn't real. Ain't real.
In her despair, Jennifer got close to the mirror and began to smack her head over and over with great strength until she couldn't anymore.
Hey, you two! Watch out, your friend, please.
The annoyed teacher ends the class and sends Gabby and Monse to wake her up.
Jenny, are you okay?
Why are you crying?
I think I'm fine. Don't worry.
Today we got together because you don't look very good, as you say.
But hurry up to arrange your things. Everyone has gone.
The door gets closed and only they remain in the classroom.
Look at the sunset. It's beautiful. It seems like a scarlet reddish. I wish it lasted longer.
Today? I had enough with that. Let's go.
Jen tries to open the door. She tells them it can't be opened and they check it.
And now what do we do? Do you have signal to call someone?
Well, we have to stay here until they open to clean. I don't think they will take long.
The others agree, but more time passes than they expected.
It's been 2 hours, right? I think they already left us here. And look, there's still the sunset.
Oh, don't say that. I think we're panicking.
Well, let's eat something, fall asleep, and that's it.
The girls ate, talked about life, their friends, their future plans, and slept. However, when they woke up, they noticed something.
Jen, Mon, wake up. How much we've slept?
They indicate that their phones are dead. They also check that there is no light.
No fucking way. We're trapped. This isn't real.
How is it not real?
Yeah, of course. And if you really aren't the real one and you're saying that to pass yourself off as the real one, hey, I also have a life. I also feel scared. I also don't know what we should do.
Let's break the windows, obviously.
Look. This can't be real.
That we don't have a strength is something else, Jen.
They waited as long as they could. They spent many hours. They had to relieve themselves in a corner and spent most of their time sleeping. Although they also spent many hours talking about their lives, eventually their sanity slipped away. After 11 days watching the sunrise, Mon couldn't take it anymore.
I want to eat something.
There is nothing anymore. We have barely been able to survive with what we have.
There is always an alternative. I want to get out of this alive.
Mon took a chair and approached Gabby, who was very weak and confused.
Mom, what are you going to do? Please don't kill me. If that's what you think, we can still eat other things.
Don't hurt her, please.
Forgive me.
For Monse, it was slower than she thought to take a person's life, and even more so to tear their flesh. In the corner facing the door, Jen was crying, trying not to see the brutal image of her friend. Mon approached her, taking some meat from her, and she said,
I can't. Stay away.
She sacrificed her life for us. Don't give her life in vain.
Please, no.
The meat was still throbbing. Jen was about to vomit with what she observed.
How ungrateful.
She dropped the meat, grabbed a chair, and lifted it up like she had done with Gabby. Jen closed her eyes and dropped to the ground.
Why did you refuse? You wanted to.
Jen, why are you here?
Jen woke up from the fetal position in which she was on the floor, just in the corner facing the door.
I don't know. Sorry, I need to go.
Jen raised her face, put on her glasses, and looked at Karen. She looked different. She had an unimaginable beauty. Her friend from her previous semester now seemed to hypnotize you just by looking at her.
Are you sure if you accompany me to Mila's class, I'll go with you to take care of you?
Well, yes.
Calm down, you're shaking.
Please, ladies, take a seat. Karen, who's your friend?
It's Ren. She's feeling a little sick. She needs a little time to recover.
Okay, that's fine. But also remember that I made an appointment with you earlier to talk to you after class.
Karen nodded and the class continued. Something strange was noticeable in the atmosphere. The reddish color of the sunset bathing Karen's face hypnotized Jen even more, who came out of her trance when she realized that only the three of them were left in the room. Jen saw that the teacher and Karen were talking about many school topics, laughing, and it seemed that they were planning something when they turned to see Jen. The teacher approached her.
Yeah, don't worry, Jen. It really looks like you're going to fail at any moment.
No, I don't know. Worry, I'm fine.
She pulled Jen up, and without realizing it, in a blink of an eye they were in the parking lot. Karen got into the car. Before getting in, Jennifer noticed an oxidizing smell in the car and panicked when she thought she saw a little blood on the car doors.
Hey, don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. Get on.
No, I don't want to know. Please, that wasn't no Karen. The professor has blown up his car.
You're getting confused. Look, come back here in the truck. There's a kind of paint that I end up spilling.
He took her with a little force towards the trunk. When he opened it, Jen noticed that there was no one near her. The place was desolate. The professor pulled towards him. He put his hands on Jen's mouth and then he whispered,
Look, little one, don't make any noise. Better for you that you accept the situation. Karen is with me and it's for her what we are doing.
The professor still holding Jen's head. He pulled out a hammer from the trunk, who without thinking bit his hand to break free. Although she wasn't unscathed because before she ran off the fields, the professor hit her with the hammer in one leg.
Don't make it harder than it does.
Jen runs off as fast as she can, but the professor seems like a beast chasing his prey, barely alive. The taste of blood turns on his body, so then he throws a big rock that hits its target, Jen, who falls off very violently against the floor. The professor approaches against her and says,
You see? What you make it so hard? She touches you. That kiss marked what I need, and I'm going to give her.
He hits her once and again with the hammer.
Wake.
She's surprised. It's too much perfect. We just only need to give her the knowledge and beauty what she's looking for.
Jen saw Karen was coming closer and listened a few last words.
Good, Professor. It's enough for today.
Wake.
The water from the sprinklers got wet up Jen, who was lying on the grass of the fields. It was already down. Jen looked at the reddish sky and nobody was around.
Am I still dreaming?